Hey there, toy collector friends and Batman fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, that's the time-travelling toy collector, and today we are looking at another entry into the Batman Automobilia collection as produced by Hero Collector and Eagle Moss back in the day. And today's entry is from Detective Comics number 400. Now this is one of a few Batmobiles that I think have quite a nice look to them, but are sort of oddly... I'm going to say nondescript, but that feels more negative than I mean it to be, because it does have some quite distinctive elements. But it's from a range of summer entries into the Automobilia collection, where it's a very almost simplistic version of a Batmobile. It's where essentially it's just a car. Or at least to all intents and purposes, it's just a car that's been tarted up to look a bit Batmobile-y. And this is one of those examples. There's a couple that don't even look like they've been tarted up to look Batmobile-y, to be honest, and we'll get to those in due course. But let's start with this one, because this at least has some Batmobile elements to it, albeit very limited. So there's the lenticular background, which we'll look at in a second. You can see the car there through the crystal case, which we should be taking off very shortly. There it is in all its glory at the top, and a bit of a rear access. To be honest, this actually feels a lot more to look at. This one feels a lot more like an old Matchbox car, and I'm not suggesting for a second that it is, because it obviously isn't. But that's the vibe that I get from looking at this particular iteration of the Batmobile. It just has that sort of, if it didn't have the sort of bat symbol on the front, I could see this quite easily being a part of the old sort of Matchbox collection of cars, which is not a criticism by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the vibe that I happen to get from it, and I'm sure that in the actual comic itself, it probably had loads of gimmicks and gadgets tucked away, one hopes, to assist in crime fighting. But the reality of it is that it just translates into what is arguably looking a pretty normal car. So let's get the case off it. Come along, and we'll take a quick look, as we always do, first of all at the lenticular backdrop. Let's put this safe and out of the way over here. So in this instance, it's again lifted from the pages of issue 400. I'm not overly familiar with the story, but there we can see Batman and Robin together, along with someone that looks, if it was a different universe, I'd say it was the Mandarin, so I'm not sure who that is. So if you're a DC Comics expert, although to be fair, I could probably Google what happens in Detective Comics 400. But if you want to let me know in the comments down below who that villain is supposed to be. And you can see there that with the lenticular stuff in play, there is a bit of movement, but it's a bit nonsense. Looks like Robin's doing some sort of chicken dance. Again, it probably looks slightly better. Oh yeah, it does look, there's slightly more depth of vision if it was curved, in a curved presentation box. But it looks like they've captured whoever it is from this house. I'd say rescued, but it looks like he's got handcuffs on. So yeah, that's the backdrop. So as I say, if you do have some intel around who that villain is, please do let me know in the comments down below. Right, let's check out the model itself in a bit more close quarters. Additionally, I'll just point out, as I usually do, it is held in with screws there in the plastic. That doesn't look particularly healthy though, does it, how they've screwed that in there? But nevertheless, it's safe and sound, tucked away in there. It has the clear windows, which immediately tells us that we can see inside. It looks to me like a two-seater, which is going to cause a bit of a problem for this sequence, because there's three of them heading back to the car, and it is only a two-seater, so I don't know how they solve that problem. Again, please do let me know. Maybe they shove them in the boot. There's a massive bat signal. I hope you can see it there. I'll try going in the other side. Oh no, you can't even see it. It's even worse there. There's a massive bat signal, or bat symbol rather, on what I would imagine is the glove compartment there, in there. And again, there's another one behind the wheel. You can see the steering wheel there. I don't know if you can see that well or not, but there is also a bat symbol behind the steering wheel, so it's nicely symmetrical. So see if you can see it to there. No, the light doesn't want to. And if I try to shine a light on it, it just gets glare from the. No, you can see there that's how much glare we'd get back. You can see the gear shift there, the gear stick. There's not much additional detailing. Bat symbol on the front of the chairs, so it's very bat orientated. And there's one this side as well, so you can see that the chairs are most definitely for Batman. There is some detailing on the dashboard, but not a huge amount. A little bit on the inside of the doors, but again, not a huge amount. Mostly it's bat chairs and bat glove box, and so on. But we do have some nice detailing. The handles on the doors are nicely pulled out in silver, as are the hubcaps, wheel trims, and the bonnet bumper, where we've got those two lights, and they're painted, so they're not using translucent plastic here. They are actually painted on those headlights, and that's bat symbol that is that forms that lengthy bat head. Really, it's the sort of bat cowl. Very animated, I would say, but that forms the bonnet, really, or the hood. It's quite a stunted rear. So we have the exhaust pipes, again a nice chrome rear bumper, and the lights again in metallic red paint. No translucent plastic used here either. That follows around to the other side. So the car is, it's a decent looking car. I don't know, I mean, it's got, apart from the bat details on the inside, I don't know if it has any special features. It certainly doesn't look to attract attention, but then maybe that's part of the plan. Apart from that great big sort of bat cowl on the front. In terms of the base it's on, this one, it's given Heartstopper vibes, to be honest, looking at some of that, for anyone that knows the Heartstopper comics and the series, to be fair. It looks like autumn leaves have landed on there. But we also have something purple and gooey coming out of the sewer, which is grim. And we have a rear pavement. Now, again, the rear pavement is a adaptation of the base that we have seen in previous models, and may see again, where they've just essentially, you can see there, it's not even brilliantly attached, but you can see there how they've just sort of put this pavement area on there. And it is detailed in sort of comic-esque style, and when you put this there, you can see that some of the greenery will play out onto the paving area. It's not a perfect match, but it's there, so it gives us something. So it's a little bit, I know I sort of moan a bit about the lack of detailing that we get sometimes on the bases, because I think it's an added element of value, isn't it? If you've got a display base, you absolutely want that display base to look good. So that's all I have on this particular version. It's just a nice entry that I just thought I'd take you round. I am curious as to who that mysterious villain is. I might go away and Google it, but if anyone does want to let me know in the comments, that would be fantastic. And also, if there's anything you know additionally about this Batmobile that is not overtly obvious from its exterior dimensions, i.e. any special gadgetry features that is renowned for in Detective Comics lore, that would be fantastic. Also, if you enjoy looking at Batmobiles with me, as a sort of crazy sub-pursuit of this channel, then by all means, please drop a like to the video. It would be fantastic. And if you haven't already, a subscription would be amazing, as I ever try to crawl towards my next significant subscriber milestone. That would be amazing. But you know what? It's absolutely up to you. And if you don't, I'm just glad that you were here for the 10 or so minutes that you've spent looking at this Batmobile as it appeared in Detective Comics 400. Released by Eagle Moss and Hero Collector as part of their Automobilia collection. I've been the Triple TC, that is the time-travelling toy collector, and you have been a wonderful audience and companion for this video. Thank you so much for your time, and it just remains for me to say that things of beauty really are toys forever. Take care, bye-bye for now.